Okay, we're going to cover gang stalking, and I'm a victim myself, and I'm going to explain my story really quick and just give you a really quick rundown of what happened, and if I can. Now, there's a story that goes back to when I was 3 years old. I was taken down into the canyon with 7 older kids, teenagers. I was 3, my sister was 5. 7 older kids, teenagers, approached us. We were in the sandbox playing by ourselves. That was common back in the early 70s. They approached me and my sister, and they asked us if we wanted to play a game. We wanted to make new friends. I was 3 or 4. Either 3 or 4 years old. So we went down into the canyon with them. On the way down, I can feel I was being tricked. I can feel it. And that's probably why I had this extra sense when someone's trying to trick me. It might have came from being traumatized. Well, they got us down there. They beat us with sticks. They took our clothes off of us. They peed on us. They made us drink pee with mud in it. They did a whole bunch of other horrible stuff to us. There's a police report to support what I'm saying, okay? Now, from that moment on, I was a little kid. They were stalking me. There's a lot of incidences that I can remember. But when you're a kid, you don't really know what's going on. You get phone calls, people in your windows, just weird stuff. But we're gonna fast forward all the way, because I'll have a whole story later on. But we're gonna fast forward all the way to last November 2016. Okay. Went over a video I had of me and my ex-girlfriend. We were just friends, and I noticed some anomaly on her face, some stuff that on her face, or part of her face, that didn't look right. So I uploaded this video to YouTube. I got 10,000 views in a week, and from that moment on, stuff started right up. I went to Mercy Hospital in Hillcrest for an asthma attack, the emergency room. It took them 3 hours. I told them I was dying. I feel like I was going to die. It took them 3 hours to get me back there in the back. I was even calling 911 from the lobby. I couldn't breathe. I got back there. It took another hour for a doctor to see me. That's 4 hours. Okay, whatever. They gave me an IV. I told my brother not to leave. For some reason I fell asleep. I woke up, he was gone. I was in different clothes. The night went on, I got sicker and sicker. First I got better because of the IV. Then I started getting sicker and sicker and sicker, physically sick. Nauseous, shaky, dizzy. And I kept telling them and they didn't listen. Okay, the doctors and the nurses or whatever. Okay, 24 hours went by. They gave me no food, no water. I felt the IV was killing me. I pulled it out of my arm. My brother picked me up. I went home. 3 hours later, I started feeling better. 3-4 days later, I felt 90% better. Whatever that was in the IV got me sick. Allergic reaction? Possibly. At a red light, a few weeks later, a truck pulls up next to me. This guy, military looking guy, comes walking toward my car. Turn around, he's already at my door. He's trying to get inside the door. He's like, and my door's locked. So I called the cops, 911. They kept hanging up on me. 3 times in a row they hung up on me. I didn't know what was going on. They hung up on me. True story. Now, this was November and then December-ish. Now in January, February, I noticed this really weird material in my apartment. It looked like rice. There's other stuff with it too, but the majority of it was like rice. I have noticed this before, like for a couple of years, but it was just 1 or 2. It was hard. It wasn't Lent, but I don't even eat rice. So why would there be rice in my house? So by this time, there was a lot of it. Like on my green screen, on the floor. I was sweeping, and that stuff was just like piling up. Sweep. 30 minutes later, all over the floor again. I didn't know what was going on. So about a week later, I was getting bit by something. A friend of mine said, put shipping tape down around your bed, and if you have bed bugs, you're going to catch them. And I put shipping tape all over around my bed. I caught this weird material stuff in the shipping tape. So I turned off the fans, the air conditioner, made sure there was no breeze, and I laid new shipping tape down, and I caught the stuff under the tape, over the tape, just stuck all over the tape. When I would leave the room to use the restroom or go somewhere, within 3 hours, the tape was covered in this stuff. There was no breeze at all. It was taped to the ground along the bottom of the bed. This stuff was just stuck in the tape as if it was moving. Okay, that was 3. Now I had some problems with these condos with the people in them, just like they're, this weird stuff, and I'll mention this in another video. So I got my camera out. I'm videotaping the stuff on tape, on the shipping tape. And I go, I think it's coming from those condos right there. And I turned the camera over toward the condos, through my window right here behind me. At that moment, 6 huge guys in suits come walking out the condos onto the platform. They're sweating bullets. They're pouring sweat. They're tall guys, look like feds. I was like, whoa! So I started uploading my video. My video froze. Never happened before. Froze. I deleted, uploaded again, froze again. Suddenly, all my 3 videos about the bug stuff and the tape, all of them froze. Then my channel froze. So I'm like, they're going to come here, they're going to put some illegal stuff in my apartment, they're going to shoot me in my face and say I resisted arrest. That way, case closed. Case closed. That way, I have no voice at all. They were investigating me for something. They found it. I resisted arrest. They killed me. See? I want you to know right now, I would never, ever resist arrest, ever kill myself. I have no plans to disappear, and I'm in great health. Okay, now, let's continue on. So I went to a friend's house to spend the night for 2 nights. My brother downstairs in the front house, my aunt owns the front house. She's a retired school principal. He knew my channel was frozen too. He was like, this is weird. I came back 2 days later. There were actually the next day to pack some stuff to go back to my friend's house. There was like 12 cop cars, 13 cop cars, and a few, about 5 or 6 unmarked cars, detective cars, across the street. Because across the street there's a house and there's a duplex back there. They're back there like walking back and forth. I'm like, what's going on here now? Well, the guy that lives back there wears a suit, and he's always hanging out with the people in the condos. Now, I never saw anyone in the condos ever wear suits until that day they came out to the platform. So I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? So that guy never resurfaced again. The cops left after 5-6 hours of hanging out over there. The guy never resurfaced ever again. Wait a minute, he did though. 2 months later, I saw him back there actually talking to the woman at the house straight across the street from my aunt's house. There was a woman that lived there in the house, and she owned like the duplex in the back too. I don't know if she owned it or what, but she had both. She had the duplex in the back and the house, all by herself. I'm thinking, man, she must have a lot of money to just be running around there, like, because houses are real expensive in San Diego. That's like $1 million house. She never worked. She was there all day long, every day. She was young, probably in her 30s. So she looks like Swedish, like foreigner too, like a foreigner. Dark hair. So I saw her back there talking to him again. They were kind of like hanging out real tight and chummy before everything went down. So now I made a video and said, get this stuff out of my apartment, or I'm gonna start taking it all over to the different science places and stuff and see what this stuff is. A week later, that stuff was literally gone out of my place. Gone. It's like, there's nowhere in here now, nowhere to be found now. And I'm not making nothing up. I'm just telling you the story of what I seen from my point of view, from where I'm at. Now, I pray to God. I'm afraid. I become a Christian because I am terrified, and the Spirit tells me what to look for. I'm looking for that material that was in my apartment, and by looking for it, I stumbled on some worse stuff that they were doing to the entire world, 7 billion people. So I want to save the world, so I'm uploading videos and telling everyone about stuff. I'm getting like 5 views, 7 views. No one's like paying attention. I'm telling them what they're doing to everybody. No one's listening. A black helicopter flies over my apartment, tries to intimidate me. I know this shit's getting deep. Then at a red light, this car blocks me. The young military guy leans into the mirror and goes, he looked military. He leans in the mirror and goes like that. And then I pretend like I had a gun. I went, poof, poof. And he went, oh. And he like flipped me off. So I knew he was directing it toward me. It was like a few cars in front of me, but he leaned right into the side mirror and goes, the side mirror on your door, and he goes, means I'm talking too much. So now I know this stuff is real. They're confirming along the way that reptilians are real. I'm being gang stalked. We're materials in my apartment. They were going to shoot me and frame me for something. This is what all the story is built up to so far. So now I go home and I show. I have a therapist I'm seeing, a counselor or whatever, and I show her that how you can see the strange stuff. It's everywhere. And I come back home, and that night, 2 military guys are trying to sneak in my window behind my studio apartment where the bushes are at. I call the police. They don't want to go back there. They don't want to shine their lights back there. True story. On the third call, my brother was staying the night. They never asked my brother about what he saw, what he heard, nothing. They never asked him. And that's unusual for cops. Okay, on the third call to 911, the phone's ringing. While the phone's still ringing, a voice comes on and goes, "No one's going to help you." My brother heard that. He goes, "Whoa," because at first he didn't even believe me that there was anyone back there. He goes, "Whoa, what was that?" I said, "You tell me. This is like 2, 3 in the morning by now. No one's going to help you while you're calling 911. So the cops never wanted to go back there with their lights, whatever. Around 4 in the morning, we hear somebody run out of the driveway. Run out of the driveway onto the street. True story. So I start taking all my videos down and putting them in like private mode or whatever, right? I just get rid of the stuff because they're coming to get me. So then I pray some more. The Spirit guides me, and literally when it's all over, I'm being gang stalked by the U.S. government. They're going around. They're killing people. They're being secret about it. They're killing people in America, American citizens, civilians like me. They're murdering all kinds of people. 3, they're doing stuff horrible to the world, the entire world. 4, it's reptilian hybrids that are running the show, and there's a way to see them. This is all the information that came out of all of this stuff. And I'm letting it go, but the reason I'm putting this up, because I don't trust them. And this is like my voice. Because I have friends and family that know what's going on in case anything happens to me, or if anything happens to them, we're all going to talk. But this, whatever more you can do helps. So this is just like an extra. This is why I'm making the video. It's just an extra in case this happens scenario. You know what I mean? So this is what happened to me from November to March 2017. November 2016 to March 2017. This is exactly what happened. So when I make videos and stuff, this is what I have in my memory and my history. This is where I was at. This is where I come from. I come from this. This is not a foreign government. This is the American government that's targeting their own civilians for murder. And if they didn't kill me, but they were trying to. You don't come in my window at 1 in the morning to play checkers. They were trying to kill me. And I'm sure they kill all kinds of people. I'm positive. After that, oh yeah. So I prayed to God, and God told me, okay, I gave you the information, not for you to go tell the public. So, this is too big. This is too big for anyone to have. Just to never reveal the details. It's only for collateral. Okay, somebody gets hurt. One of my good friends, or a family member, or me. If that happens, then information comes out. You understand? Though God's been protecting me. He's put this special protection around me. This is the truth. I'm just a witness to it. So I'm allowed to talk, but I cannot never reveal the details. You understand? And that's not their orders. That's God's orders. I'm sure they agree with it. They like that, but that's God's orders. Because God isn't really about trying to take over the government with physical force. Do you understand? Even Christ mentions that. And I'm a Christian. I believe there's a God and a real devil, especially after this stuff. But it's really about being an example, living a Christian life, telling people about telling people about Jesus and setting an example that kind of way. This is what happened. So here we are now. It's quiet. It kind of seems like it, like it might be over, but I just don't trust them. They've been sneaky. They're always being sneaky. See? So they even though I had the information, a few times afterwards they played with it, like attempting to come get me still, just playing with it like it's a game. Like this information's a game. It's not meant for me to go tell anyone anything. But they're not supposed to be bothering me and harassing me no more. You understand? They gang stalked me all my life, and I want this stuff to stop. I just want to move on and live my life. I'm traumatized by these freaks. This is what they're doing to people. So you shouldn't really, when you're watching this, don't make it about me. This isn't about me. If this could happen to me, I'm a nobody. I'm just a person like you. This isn't about me. This is about you. This is about your neighbors, your friends, your family. It's about all of you out there. It's not about me. They're not saying, "Oh, let's go get this guy." It's not, I'm some special guy that the whole world's trying to target. It isn't like that at all. They're coming for all of us. They're coming for all of us. And I'm one of the blessed ones because of God that got away. You understand? To this date. Because God protected me. That's all it is. So, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here talking to you. That's a fact. So, how many people didn't make it? How many people got killed by these people? Or these, whatever they are? Are they people? Are they reptilian hybrids? I don't know. I just told you my story exactly how I saw it. I never said my ex-girlfriend's a reptilian hybrid. I just said that there was some weird anomaly. And after I pointed that out, they were trying to kill me. That tells me there's something there. See? They confirm everything. I don't have to say nothing. I don't know the truth. They tell me the truth by confirming it. What would you be worried about if I wasn't pushing buttons? You see what I'm saying? They would be laughing at me. They wouldn't be breaking a sweat trying to kill me if this stuff wasn't real. The point is, it's not to try and get any information out to anybody. This point of this video is to let you know out there that all of us now are in trouble. All of us are in trouble. One, you need to get right with God. There's a real God, a real Jesus. Jesus is God. So that's number one. Focus on that number one in your life, all your life, and that's called worship. Put that in your heart and never let it go. Focus on that, and then from that, you also, if there's any way you can help the community by shining the light on the dark, exposing evil. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I have my theories of what's going on. I think we've been conquered by gray aliens, and their children are running around. They're half human, half gray alien. And they're running around. I believe that we've been conquered already. That's why their symbols are popping that date back 6,000 years to the very first drawings of gray aliens in the pyramids and caves. I believe that they're in charge now, and they're about to roll out their system, the Antichrist system. But Jesus Christ is the number one thing you want to focus on. Now, before this happened, I was a truther, but I didn't really focus on God. I was focusing on all these conspiracies, and I found out so much stuff. So much stuff. But it's available to everybody on YouTube. Whistleblowers. I'm not talking about people talking about Planet Z from Outer Luna 9, where there's flying, Pegasus and rainbow women. I'm not saying that. I'm saying from declassified information, whistleblowers, real stuff. This that happened to me, did anything even happen? What happened is what happened. I don't know if there's anything there, but that's what happened. There was a call in the 911 that said no one's going to help you. Someone did run out of the yard. Someone did try to open my car door. These are all truths. The IV was killing me. When you're dying. So I'm not going to tell you. I'm just saying my opinion. Something happened. I don't have no proof. All I have is this story that I'm telling you. Now I'm sure on the 911 call, there's a way to get a detective in there and look and see if somebody hacked into my phone. And if they cover their tracks, it'll still leave a print. You know, when you try and cover stuff up, you can cover it up. You can erase, you know, and have no one trace back to you. But it leaves like a fingerprint when you do that. So even if they do that, it leaves a fingerprint that someone did try to hack into my phone, or no, someone did hack into my phone. So I'm not here to reveal anything. I'm just telling you my story for you, because if it's happening to me, what makes you think you're any different? You know, I'm driving the streets like you. I'm going to 7-Eleven. I go to Target. I watch movies. I grew up on Leave It to Beaver, on 8 is Enough, Facts of Life, you know, Family Ties. I mean, I'm just just like you guys, you know. I'm chewing gum. I'm eating a cough drop right now. You know, I'm in San Diego, you know, next door to LA. LA is next door to, you know, you got San Francisco, New York. I'm just telling you that if it's happening to me, and these videos have been up for 6 months, have the feds ever came here to try to help me? Say, what's going on? Are you okay? No. You see what I'm saying? Now, they have people that look on YouTube for crimes. This is a crime. Why didn't they ever show up and try to help me? If they come now, it's too late. Because the reason why they don't is because it's over. The game's over. All they're doing now is tightening up the screws. This shit's going to hit the fan real soon. You understand what I'm saying? Real soon. I don't know how soon, but it's coming real soon, because they're not worried about lawsuits no more. They're not worried about getting arrested no more. The police, not all of them, but there's a lot of police that are in on this stuff. Major hospitals, in on this stuff. Dentist offices, in on this stuff. It's mostly the government stuff. Government, hospitals, government, because that's where they have to control the big stuff. The big hospitals, the big police departments. I just wanted you to know what's going on and to get yourself right with Christ. Now, I created a safety net, a small one, but it's a safety net with some friends and family, and everyone's kept their word. They stayed quiet, you know, because it's all about having this stay quiet, because if it gets out to my friends or family, then I got no leverage. You understand? If it gets out, I got no leverage. The leverage is that if you hurt me, it gets out. Now, if it's already out, you see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. So that's why I want you to know you have to get right with Christ, because I prayed to Christ and the information was given to me and a protection. Now, God didn't put me in trouble. They were already gang stalking me. They were already coming to kill me when I uploaded the reptilian hybrid video. They were already coming to kill me. So it wasn't that God put me in danger. I put myself in danger by having a girlfriend out of marriage. See what I mean? This is how it works. When you go with sin, you open the door for the devil to get you. God has created a veil between us and the demonic realm. And when you're having any kind of sin, that veil gets thinner and thinner until they can reach in and grab you. And they're everywhere. They were here in the time of Noah, and they're back. Now, I believe in God. So I know that God's going to come back real soon now. They're going to force God to come back soon, because they're playing with stuff they shouldn't be playing with. There are certain rules the devil can do to get worship. He's trying to get direct worship. So there are certain things he can do, because he did hijack the earth. That's why God sits back, and there's a lot he can't do about anything. We gave the earth to the devil. Adam and Eve gave it to the devil. But now the devil's breaking rules. You understand? There's certain rules the devil can't break. And now when he starts making hybrids, last time God flooded the earth, God has only intervened one time on a global scale. It was the flood. And why? Because the fallen angels were having sex with human people, and they were making babies, and they were starting to crossbreed the animals and plants, and they were just running amok. And God said, oh, no. God flooded the earth. God said, I'm going to come back, and it's going to be like the time of Noah, and this time I'm bringing fire. So I'm trying to tell you, they're out there running around, creating all these hybrids, this hybrid, that hybrid, this. God isn't happy with this. And God is being pushed to come back. So they're actually putting themselves in danger. You know, it's like putting a gun to your face and just blowing your face off. That's all that doesn't make any sense. What they're doing doesn't make any sense. Because you can't stop God. When God says, I'm coming, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything about it. Nothing. Not jack crap. God's all powerful. He's not a show-off, though. He's humble. He's not a show-off. God is pure love, and He's holy. The two things you want to know. If you want to get right with God, you want to have love and forgive your enemies, pray for them, and you want them to be okay, and you want them to get saved. And you want them to see God so they stop their acts, and they stop what they're doing. 2, you are to live a holy life. No sex out of marriage, don't steal, don't kill, respect your mother and your father, rest on Saturday. Love God with all your heart is the number 1 commandment. He has to command us to love Him because we are so screwed up. Because the entire vibration nature of what everything was in the beginning has been tainted. So thanks for watching. This is my story. This is what happened to me. And I'm just trying to testify. So anyone that hears this, if you want the truth, you're getting the truth. And I'm telling you, Jesus Christ is real. In 1999, and it was killing me. I was laying on my bed, I had all the lights off. This thing got so bright, this whole room lit up. I cried out for Jesus Christ, and this room filled up with little tiny white orbs. The orbs started circling the room, and the room filled up with this amazing love. And that light creature thing shrunk and shrunk and shrunk until it was gone. And God has visited me a couple of times since. One thing He told me is He understands everything you're going through. He understands you as if He was you. As if He was you. 1, and He loves you more than you could ever understand. He understands. He loves you so much. You'll never be able to love like that. I'm talking pure love. 2, He's holy, and you're to be holy. You're to ask Him for forgiveness for any wrong thing you've done, and turn away from it and go the opposite direction. And walk like God. Follow all 10 commandments, including loving your enemies, forgiving them. Pray daily to God, and try to avoid sin. Watching movies that would make your spirit feel like, I'm glad that guy got that woman. I'm glad that guy got that dude back for stealing his wallet. All that is a feeling of the devil. You don't want to put that feeling inside of yourself. Understand? Your body's a temple of the Holy Spirit. Well, I shared my information with you. It's a true story. This is what happened, and America's gone. America is gone. This would not happen, I don't believe, 30 years ago. It's gone.